Hi there, Reynaldo here from Enlightened Super Trader Education. So today we are going to discuss mainly an update based on from last week's online meeting in regards to your free education, in regards to the market update with the indices of the S&P, the VIX, the Dow, some of the resources, and the currency market. So I'm gonna put up my screen right now and share it and see whether if we are, or basically we're on the spot based on the analysis last week. You should be able to see my screen right now. So here's the weekly chart of the S&P 500. So last week it was actually very bearish at one point, and then there was a lot of buying pressure at the very end. And so we stated in regards to the forecast that it is going to come back down a little bit further, and that if it's not going to surpass the low from last week, which is 27.98, and if it's going to create a higher low, then for medium term, there's going to be a continuation of the price to the upside. So talking about that, it's very clear based on the S&P. Now there is a confirmed low based on a higher low, that the possibility that the S&P will continue medium term all the way here to 29.57 to retest the high 29.60 is highly probable, since basically we're still in an uptrend overall. Know that happy Memorial Day, by the way. It's going to be a long Memorial weekend. So hope you can enjoy your long weekend. But nevertheless, next week will be a short one. Based on the monthly, on the other hand, we have a very bearish force right here. So it all depends on what it's going to do next week. As far as I'm concerned, they can push the price all the way back up to 228.80 and retest here. Could be some form of a hangman formation. And then if it's going to be some form of a hangman, there's a possibility that you're going to have an evening star in actually June. So we'll see if that happens. But other than that, that's far-fetched. We're going to look into that at the end of the month next week. But at this point in time, my own objective way of looking at the marketplace, part of the transitioning, the next possibility in terms of probability of the price, what it could do is the price is going to go up. So therefore, I am bullish short term. You can see here now from yesterday's drop, part of the correction, higher low, odds and probability that it will reach this high right here at 28.91. It's highly probable it breaks out then to retest the area of supply between 29.59 and 29.46. Okay, so that's with the S&P. Let's look at the dollar index. I'm sorry, let's look at the VIX here for a second. So the VIX is showing some signs of a correction. So same, there's going to be some more continuation of the price of the volatility index to the downside, and hence part of the correction. And once it creates a clear cut after this correction, then the bullish component. So to be honest with you, I am bullish with the VIX longer term. Therefore, we're going to see more of the S&P or the indices, the market in general, dropping somewhere sometime in the future. So daily time frame, there was a big gap from yesterday and the day before, so it's going to fill that gap. So you're going to see a drop of the volatility index, which now means a continuation of the S&P to the upside. And then if it continues, so form a rebound, this is also where the continuation of the S&P is going to drop. All right, let's look at the Dow. Dow is a different breed. Notice you have a lower high over here, but now you have a higher low. So likewise, medium term, I am bullish. And based on the weekly time frame, I am bullish with the weekly time frame. Daily time frame, correction, beautiful higher low. Next step from here is a higher high. So 26,000 is the target point with the Dow. Dollar index. Based on the weekly, we have a clear cut of a bearish force to the downside with a lot of selling pressure. So the high of this week was 98.37, 98.33. So we have a higher high. So I am bearish actually for next week with the Dow. FOMC meeting didn't really do much within this week. There's a lot of more of high impact news. Trump once again. Brexit also was happening. Oh, this weekend we're gonna have European elections, so that would affect the markets as well. And you can see here just a continuation with all the forceful sellers pushing the price to the downside, and hence to retest 92, 97.25, 97.26, but in actual fact the lower here 97.03. So I'm bearish with the dollar index. That being said, I am bullish with the euro. It's actually a nice one. Wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have some form of a gap on Sunday when it actually opens. Why? Because if you can see fit here, Friday, which is today, we have parliamentary elections and then European Parliament elections and continuation, day 4, day 3, day 4. So we're going to see some high volatility with the European currency. Okay, so that's with the euro. I'm bullish for the week. Daily time frame. So I believe there's going to be a little bit more of a push. However, I am aware, just be aware that it created a new low, 11,070, compared to here, 11,097. So they're going to retest that high, 1220, 1263. If it creates a lower high, this is going to come back down. If it creates a higher low, but it creates a higher high, a higher low is going to form. Other than that, either a higher or lower low is going to form. So there's at least currently 1204 to 1263, a 60 pip move in terms of distance to the upside right there. Okay, so based on a bullish component, supply area, and from a level of demand. So it does want to surpass there. It is going to come back down either to create a higher low or continue its trend further down to a new lower low. So that'll be we'll come back when that happens. All right, so that's with the euro. Let's look at oil here based on US oil. Actually, oil tanked. So as per our forecast, they're going to retest this high. They didn't want to. So there were a lot of Canadian news as well, and oil basically tanked. On the other hand, so we have a lot of force back to area demand. I won't be surprised if some form of stability will happen before correction. If not, continuation, price will come back all the way to 45 to retest this low of $42.20 a barrel. Okay, that's based on the weekly. So medium term, I'm bearish. Short term, stability, correction, continuation. So won't be surprised if you're around the $60 mark. Is a form of a correction, but I'm not in favor of buying at this point in time. I mean, you can buy, but you have a higher probability if you're going to short when the price reaches a supply level. Okay, so likewise with Brent oil, crude, and the same stability, correction before continuation. So it should be the same process as US oil, also very bearish right there. So odds and probability if this correction is now over, continuation medium term of the price to head to retest $50 a barrel is highly probable. Okay, so that would be it for that. And then let's look at copper right here. Copper has a potential reversal from here because the price already at demand after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So if it dropping to the downside, the odds and probability that we're going to see some form of rebound as highly probable. Highly probable. And then from here, you can also see here that you have a correction happening. Beautiful morning star. So the odds and probability of copper to head back to around 275, 280 is more than likely to happen. Okay, last but not least is the yield, treasury yield. You have a high probability that it is going to fill in the gap. So the yield is normally more ahead than the dollar index. So currently at this point in time, I am bullish with it as a form of a correction, but notice it can go to around the 27.55. All right, so that's basically it for today's market update. I will update you guys. I know we're gonna have the next event next week, so feel free to look into it to that on the link below, and I look forward to seeing you in class, guys. So that's it for the market update. Take care until next time. Have a great long weekend for this Memorial weekend, and we'll see you in the next class, in the next workshop, sometime next week. See you later, guys. Happy trading. Good stuff. Bye now.